This is Chris Brown. When we were working together, I was president of Trident Design. Trident Design was a product development consultancy, as well as developing inventions for ourselves and then licensing IP and inventions to manufacturers for other inventors and other corporations. So my role inside of all of that, responsible for leadership and coaching of our VP level employees, as well as mapping out the strategy and tactics for achieving the vision laid out by our founder and CEO. So, very low level pieces, it's, P&L, the day-to-day operations, checking in with all the employees, responsible for morale, HR, a lot of different things because we were a small team. The two pieces that I would say are most valuable, for one, working with Chris provided a lot of clarity around our situation and our opportunity for growth. And then the second piece is around the relationship with myself and then the relationship with the CEO of our company and finding ways to collaborate in a win-win scenario. The element of self-love that Chris was teaching me and walking me through these exercises of understanding how do I tap into that in moments of lack of clarity or self-doubt or frustration, it really provided a framework for me to show up for myself and therefore being able to show up for the company because if I'm not feeling on top of my game, if I'm not feeling me, I can't ask the others to be in team with me. So as I was going through the weeks of practicing these exercises in the framework, I started showing up more powerful, more engaging, lighting up the rest of the team in ways that weren't present before, creating the framework of accountability and everyone coming in from, of course, I would love to be held more accountable. What other ways can we measure things? How are we doing here? How are we doing there? And I attribute a lot of that coming from the place of self-love and self-confidence and relationship, with myself and with the team. When I'm focusing on self-love and self-care, that easily translates to the rest of my life, as I want to be sure that I'm surrounded by environments and frameworks that are also working in that same way. So, similar to the way that I would want to eat healthier or get to the gym or get to yoga, I would want to be sure that my work environment is operating at that same high engaged level. I think that there's definitely a correlation there between the growth that I saw in my relationship to myself and the growth that we had in our ability to create profitable situations in the company. Just having that open communication style between myself, the financial team, the operations team, the production team, having those open and clear communications and understanding of where each of us is, and if anybody is in breakdown, being able to handle that very easily, because, I was open, I was coming from love, and therefore, everyone understood that they could come to me with a problem, whether it's, a problem they're bringing in from the outside or a problem they've discovered inside of our framework. We were able to handle those things effectively and quickly, through the teachings, the exercises, and the framework that Chris brought to us. So the greatest result that I saw from our work together was the ability to create a stronger relationship between myself and our founder of the company, and being able to address any problems quickly, effectively, and create better outcomes for our clients. So the frameworks that I found most effective that we developed with Chris during our time together was creating accountability structures for our different departments, for sales, for marketing, for production, for operations, accounting, understanding week by week what are we reporting, how are we going to address anything that's out of alignment, and being able to catch those things early and shifting them in a way that creates more profit at the end of the day. Before we had these structures in place, it was not clear. It was based on each individual's previous experiences. There wasn't an understanding of how do we address things within a certain department. Perhaps it was a situation where it was just whoever you talk to first would be the person that supports you, rather than it being a clear understanding of roles and responsibilities. After we created the structures, it was very clear what the roles and responsibilities were from the different team members of the different departments, creating a report structure for myself. So I reported directly to our owner, and then all of our VPs reported directly to me, and it created a lot of clarity as far as understanding who to go to if you were having a difficulty. Before we worked together, I felt lost, I felt frustrated, I felt that there wasn't a clear understanding of a direction to move towards. The vision was changing week by week, month by month, and complete reset every year. But afterwards, it was clear around, this is where we're going on the horizon, and here are some missions and tactical milestones that we can put in place to move toward that, and understand, if there's external factors that need to shift that, then we understand that through a lens of clarity rather than a lens of reaction and fear. What I loved about the process of working together was that I immediately felt centered every time we got on the call. It could be an incredibly chaotic day. I may have felt that we were behind on our framework, but as soon as we got on the call, it was very quick or you and I were very quick to address anything that wasn't working, solve those issues, and move forward into what we needed to get done this week. What I love about working with you is that I never felt that I was being judged. I always felt that you were on my side, that you were, creating opportunities rather than, squashing any ideas. We were really working together as a team, and it really, sorry, I'm just getting kind of emotional about it. It's really touching me right now. So I don't know if that's supportive for you. It was just, so, what I loved about working with you, Chris, is, every time I got on the phone, it was like getting on the phone with family. It was, I knew you were on my team. I knew that we were going to be able to solve things, no matter what crisis the, week was in. It was clear, calm communication styles, and urgency was there when needed, but it wasn't out of, you better get this stuff done. It was, what else can we do? How else can we solve this problem to increase the likelihood of profitability? It was just an amazing time.